Hello, Jane Cleland. Do you ever use prompts to help you get started with a story? I like prompts. I think prompts are a great way to fire up creativity. I don't use them so much to start a story as I use them to get to know characters. But let me make a couple of comments about prompts and then I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Prompts come as either visual or text. You can use a photograph or a piece of artwork. And there are contests. Alfred Hitchcock Mystery Magazine and Writer's Digest Magazine both have contests where they show you a photograph and invite you to write a short story. I think Alfred Hitchcock is 250 words and a crime has to be involved. But in any case, it has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is getting into flash fiction, which is usually defined as under 750 words, under 1,000, and often is fired up with a prompt. I've had 2 flash fiction stories published, both in Alfred Hitchcock Mystery Magazine. One was under 750 words. The other I ended up expanding, and it was, I think, 1,600 and something words, under 2,000. Those are very short. But the way I use prompts is that I try to get to know my characters better that way. And here's an example of one I've used that I think is really effective. 2 characters, have them interact with the same setting. You will get to know people by how they perceive a place and what they do with it. For example, and this is a little case study I created, Nantasket Beach. This is in Massachusetts. I spent summers there. And I have 2 characters. One, a gal who just got into graduate school and she's so proud. She's coming home to tell her mom, and she's reminiscing as she passes the sandy, gray, kind of beige taupe, the beach with the tangled seaweed and the fierce, near black ocean. And she's just so excited to be coming home with such good news. And she rounds the corner, and there's the house she grew up in, and it's home. Never much, but Grandma always made it home. And wheeling down the street in the ugly rain is her mother, who rounds the corner and sees the shack. Maybe this storm will finally do it in, this dump, and she can get out of here. Wow. 2 very different reactions. One, it's just evocative of happy times. The other, it's just a dump that she wishes she could get rid of. Going through that process helped me get to know those characters in a way I don't know that I would have in any other way. Hope it helps. How about you? Do you like using prompts? If so, where do you get them? What do you do with them? How have they helped you start a story? Put it in the comments section. I'd love to read about it. And if this tip had value for you, would you like it? Would you share it? Would you subscribe to the channel? It opens up features that lets us make these videos even more valuable for you. Thank you.